They said gray paved the way, changed the rain, released the pain, least you sane, getting paid, trend setting, brighter days, doper rap, tight as sets, high and deadly, I'm a fighter jet, journey.
That's my shit right there, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. I think it's been, I don't even know when's the last time we dropped something on you. Been a little bit, but it is what it is. Rob K, MLW Confusion, Muffins Martinez, the hostess with, well, he's never been a hostess with the mostest, the greatest of all time. I'll give him that much because it's the big bro. Listen, gentlemen, MLW, I want to jump right into it. MLW.
Hold up. Want to say, first of all, rest in peace to Terry Funk, and rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. That's the shocker of the day. It was Bray Wyatt yesterday, 35 years old, man. I had some shit, crazy stuff, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, in my entire life, the darkest and coolest thing I think I've ever seen in wrestling was probably The Undertaker. And you think that watching so many years of wrestling, you'll never see something like that again. And Bray Wyatt, I believe, was the only thing close that you go, damn, that eerie feeling that felt like a movie was Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. God bless the dead. Condolences to him and his whole family. Condolences to Terry Funk's entire family. You know, shit like that. I don't even like talking. I really don't, because it fucking sucks. Damn, you killed my vibe, bro. I was in here quick and ready, and now I'm on a fucking downer.
Whoa. We're a wrestling podcast. We gotta at least acknowledge what's going on too. So can't just jump into
Yeah. Rob, you want to say anything about that, or?
I touched on base on confusion, but like it's just, I mean, Terry Funk was a legend. Like he excelled wherever he was needed on the card. And then just to keep it brief, Bray, like, what do you say to lose a man at the age of like 35? Like, and especially when he had kind of come back on top of the mountain and getting some stuff done creatively, whether you liked it or not. Like, it was something different.
Yeah. I mean, see, it sucks because I can't even tell you how many shows we've done just on Bray Wyatt. Like, we love Bray Wyatt. What an entertainer. Unfortunately, that whole group, except for Rowan now, is gone. Like, Brody Lee passed away. Bray Wyatt passed away. And they were doing some phenomenal work. Brody Lee was just getting started. AEW was, what a transition he was going through. And then, we lose two. I mean, I call Bray Wyatt, I say, is a WWE Hall of Famer. I don't know about Brody Lee, but Bray Wyatt to me is a Hall of Famer. And I'm going to say that Terry Funk is one of the greatest of all times. And without Terry Funk, there is no hardcore. There is no Mick Foley's. There's no Abysses or whoever your favorite hardcore person in your promotion. That doesn't happen without the greatest of all time, Terry Funk. So once again, condolences to them. Thank you for putting me in my motherfucking feelings, because now I'm like, damn, right? Like, so.
And on that note, MLW dropped some good news last night, man. Hey, good partnership between MLW, New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm in it to win it. I love this new partnership. They already said Kushida is going to be here next week. Hey, I can't wait to see if they send someone from here there to New Japan. Who else we're going to get in the future from New Japan coming here? Like you said, maybe a joint pay-per-view in the future. Sky's the limit right now for that, brother. So.
When we were in the chat right after Kushida's name drops that he's going to be an MLW, Rob was like, "Oh, I had a feeling it was Kushida." And when he said that, like, with the Back to the Future reference,
the DeLorean gave it away.
Way before.
Yeah.
How did we go, oh, there's only one person that kind of feels like that? Like yeah. It was in your face.
Yeah.
But it's a big
the whole time, yeah.
That's a huge announcement.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's a pretty big deal because, like, arguably New Japan is actually probably like the number 3 promotion in America, really, like in terms of wrestling popularity right now. And plus it, you know, with all the ties in with all elite wrestling, with the Elite and the Bullet Club, and then
Impact
their
Wrestling.
offshoots, you know, and then their offshoots everywhere in Impact and whatnot too. Like, this has the potential to be a big deal. However, to be a Debbie Downer about it, I am
Rob,
cautiously
what are we doing?
optimistic, because mostly, honestly, like, let's be realistic about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I am psyched for Kushida. Kushida is one of the, like, is grossly underrated, honestly, just because, like, New Japan doesn't really know what to do with him. And like, he didn't really do anything in the WWE, but like, really in the ring, he's one of the best out there. And he's going to put on a clinic with Tony Deppen. However, like, they announced this partnership, and I am, we'll say, cautiously optimistic about it being a full-on partnership, because we like to be real about it. Court likes to, like, promote, you know, drum up all this attention, and then what's the follow-through with it? Like, next to nothing. Look at their partnership with AAA. Like, they didn't really do a whole lot with AAA, and it was mostly AAA wrestlers appearing on a separate indie show that MLW happened to be a part of.
What about what were the 2 guys? I really liked them. Arez and Aramis, I think his name was.
Yeah, Aramis
Weren't
and
they
Arez, yeah.
AAA guys?
Yes,
they were technically, but they're also, like, very much in the freelance scene.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of like Kushida. Like I'm not sure he has a full on deal with New Japan. Like, I know he's signed with them, but I don't think he's a full-on New Japan guy. I think he's more kind of like Suzuki and Suzuki Gun, where they have a deal in place, but it's more handshake, go out and do your thing elsewhere, which I think is one of the reasons why, like, they got Kushida.
Yeah, and another thing, not to continue the Debbie Downer pros, you know, let's not forget the first company I was getting New Japan Wrestling was Impact Wrestling. So Impact Wrestling was getting guys, and we were going, holy crap, this guy's here in the States. And then AEW had to do the next step where they started bringing, you know, the real big names almost for over a year now, and now it looks like MLW is going to get the scraps. Whatever is left over, okay, we're going to take this shit out here.
Well,
It's still good. It's still good, though. It's still good.
Let me try to hold on.
It's still
As a consolation prize, it's still pretty darn good.
Type of deal.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let me try to save this. He's not gonna let me go.
Say that, holy shit, New Japan Pro Wrestling. What? Doesn't have that same. But it's still good though. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna tag myself in. Are we good? Okay, I'm in. So hear me out. Now, Rob made a point, and we kind of talked on it real quick. Impact Wrestling and New Japan dealt with each other for mad years. Now, some of it, you know, they really wasn't trying to mess with Impact for a while. They kind of bent that bridge. Impact sent some guys over there. They sent some guys to Impact. Things were working really well, and now we just seen the multiverse, which was fire. A few guys that they really trusted went to AEW. Pretty much all of them. You know, the Kenny Omegas, the Young Bucks, all those guys. Cody was there, blah, blah, blah. It's easy to have a trust when no one cares about Tony Khan. Everyone knows the inmates run that asylum. So they could trust those guys. And you've seen guys coming in and out, working with them, and they do get the top guys. But it's easier for AEW, being the number 2 promotion, to get those kind of guys. And they're going to pay those guys really well. MLW has never had their foot in the door to be dealing with New Japan. As long as I've known, I've never heard of that kind of dealing. But if Kushida sits back and says, man, they treated me well, I really like the locker room, blah, 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 you know, maybe another guy can come. And then maybe MLW could send somebody. And they build a partnership where we might get kind of like a multiverse for MLW. So I'm hoping that.
My question is this. Now that we have that New Japan Wrestling partnership, what happens with Dragon Gate? Is it still there? Is that
I know
over?
What do you call still doing his thing at Dragon Gate, right? I think it's Dragon Gate, or is it N.W.A? Lance Anoa'i.
I thought he was doing N.W.A.
I know it's a big tournament, so I don't know which one. You guys don't.
That could be wrong too. I don't know.
Yeah, I know he's in some big tournament. He's been killing it.
Yeah,
So
but Kate.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I am not a big Japan guy. I just know the
Me
company's existence, and I know like occasionally some of the names that come through. But if I have to wager a guess between the two, I assume it's N.W.A that he'd probably go through, because I feel like if it's Dragon Gate, they'd make it a slightly bigger deal because they've had that partnership with Dragon Gate. But then again, up until yesterday, we thought he was also Eaton too. So
yeah,
true. So we might see the beginning of something. It might take time, but I mean, to be honest, to be fair, this seems like MLW does have a foot in the door, and depending on how they go upon it, it could lead to something better, or this just might be a quick. He's in the States. He's over there wrestling with Impact. Y'all can have before taping or whatever, and that's that.
And no bad is going to come from having Kushida in your company. Let's just be real. Let's be fair about that too. Like that's what I'm going to say. Like cautiously optimistic. So even if nothing else happens, we're going to have some bangers of matches just because Kushida.
And then you have Kushida and Maki Ito. So I mean that's another huge Japanese name who's here in the States right now. So I mean that Ralph said, man, if they're here and they want to work for that money, hey, come here, work for us for taping. You'll have fun, and hopefully we'll see you again in the future.
So I think we touched Kushida. I think hopefully I said his name right. So I think we touched bases on that one. I really like what I see. I know we've had some pros and cons, which is a great way to podcast. You keep it 100 and you talk the good and the bad. It is what it is. So for myself, Mr. Rob K, Muffins Martinez, we got 2 more to drop on you. We out of here. Deuces. Gotta move the damn mic.
Hold up.